Hello, it's me. How are you all doing? Wow, it's been like really dark here. Weather-wise, it's just been absolutely blah. And grey and bleak, very British, basically. You know. Anyway, so oh God, you know, I find it so hard to verbalize anything nowadays. Language is just so incompetent. Well, actually it can't be, it's not a person. Everyone can't really be incompetent, or can it? I don't even know. But anyway, language sucks. I'm sure lots of you find that, you know, to be true more and more. Anyway, it occurred to me that sugar is bad. Really? You know, everything is made up of sound, I feel. You know, people talk about frequency. Well, maybe that's what they mean by that. I don't know. But everything that exists has a sound. And the sound of sugar, especially white refined sugar, is very high pitched. And it's so high pitched that it feels very antagonistic and angry and like that. Very high pitched. It feels like a severe migraine or like a really bad pain in your neck or something. Every time which isn't often, but I had something yesterday which had white sugar in, and it made me feel really, you know, and it was palpable. And if you think about sugar, and I mean it's in everything, you know. I read labels when I buy food, and sugar is put in absolutely everything. It is, even pet food. My cats, I give them fresh food as much as I can, rather than pet food, which is actually really bad and full of crap, and it's full of sugar. Go figure why. You know what I mean? How weird is that? Food is weaponized, basically, in many ways. Food is weaponized and it's used against us, and sugar is bad. Sugar was introduced into my country, in Holland, in the 1600s. It came from the Caribbean, where it was produced using slave labor. A bad beginning, you know, in and of itself. Terrible suffering, terrible abuse, terrible. That wouldn't have helped in any way, but it's fair to say that the Dutch populace experienced more antagonistic behavior, more violence, more crime, and just generally the energies changed in Holland with the introduction of sugar. That's a fact. Sugar is almost a bit like meth. It is. It even looks like meth if you think about it. The word crank keeps coming up in my consciousness, which is a word for meth, isn't it? Crank. And oh, he is cranky, she is cranky, I'm feeling cranky. Cranked up. Something is being amplified now more than ever before, and the sound is this really high-pitched screech that pervades everything. I can feel it. It sets my teeth on edge. Something, it affects my nervous system. I can feel it everywhere we go. And friends as well been telling me how her husband went to the store and this fight broke out. There's fights, there's car crashes, there's violence, antagonism, homicidal fury. I'm familiar with this sound. Something is being ramped up, cranked up. you know, very much so. I don't know if any of you have noticed this, but if you have, then leave me a comment down below and tell me about your experiences with regards to this energetic cranking up of something, because well, it's good to hear from you, you know, from around the world, and to find out what is going on in your corner of this fake reality, you know. I had another thought with regards to organic portals, and this is it's this, that they basically were created in some sort of Mandala effect, dark reset sort of way, like they just appear out of nowhere, basically, organic portals. And from our point of view, it's as if this person, that group of people have always been there. They have a history of being born and having been to this school and having done that job and stuff, as in they fit seamlessly into our reality, but basically they weren't actually there before. They are created through some dark reset, because they are minions. They are like little robots that are just there to obey and basically bring into being the darkness, the dark system, the will of the darkness, of the darkness. You know, they love the ticky-tacky houses, they love the X Factor and Strictly Come Dancing, they love all the genetically modified food and all the pharmaceutical drugs. They love drugging their children for being for having attention deficit disorder. They are of the system and they perpetuate the system. They are the prison wardens, in a sense. They are the walls of the prison. They are minions, and that is why they are constantly generated into this reality. If the dark side were to be prevented from creating the dark reset, I think you'd find that, I don't know, maybe 7 billion, if not more, people would just be gone, poof, literally, poof, gone, because I think a lot of people are actually just not real at all. And here's the thing, they were created so that the dark powers, whoever, the jinn, the archons, call them what you will, so that they can use them to energetically terraform this realm. But there is no power like the power of a souled being. Our power lies within us, and we haven't as yet realized it. We just haven't. We're still kind of asleep to that power, because we're still in the mindset of life happens to us and the best we can do is cope as best we can, sort of thing, which is the biggest lie ever. It's the biggest lie ever. Astrologically speaking, something is in the works here, and there's going to be a shift. 2018 has been a fucker of a year, hasn't it? Wow. Woo! But you see, all that crap, all that beliefs, all these beliefs, within us, that kept us like this, like that, had to be, you know, released, and it had to be right there so we could look at it and acknowledge it and say, wow, I can see that now, I had no idea. You know, it was in there, in the subconscious, running the show, and all that had to be cleared out, and it's not quite over yet. It's going to carry on going for, I think, probably for the rest of December, maybe even into January next year, but we will start to see all this shit turning the corner with something that is growing within us, burgeoning up from deep within, and that is the knowledge that we are powerful beings and that we can create reality. We can shape it, we can inspire it, and we can... We're magicians, we're magical beings. I know this beyond the shadow of a doubt, and I feel it. The power of love And it sounds, I know, to a lot of people, because, you know, we've not known love. We haven't, you know. We've known abuse and violence and gaslighting. We've known a great deal of hate and rage and self-hate, because we've been made to hate ourselves. I mean, it's all really fucked up and sick. So we haven't really known love. And when we think about love, it's the kind of love that the system has rammed down our throat, which isn't love. That's not love at all. That's just another gaslighting operation. Love is fierce. Love is incredible. It is the light that shines in even the darkest corners, showing everything for what it truly is. Love is awakening, which is the most painful process one can ever go through. Seeing it all. That is love. Love is the great, massive, burning fire in the forge that burns and burns and burns and burns all away all that poison and all that filth and all that darkness. Love is the power that shows you what you truly believe in your subconscious. It shows you the fucking twisted, tortuous insanity that lies in the center of your being, that has been choking the life out of you all your life, and God knows how many lives before that, right? Love shows you what is what. Love takes you through an initiation and a purification, that which is necessary to bring you finally back to your true self. And that is the great work. That is the great work. Our true self, our true being, is infinite creativity. Infinite creativity. But you know, it's hard to even imagine that. In fact, that's probably, it's fair to say that it might even be impossible at this juncture, yeah, but I feel that we are, believe it or not, we are going to get somewhere. We are getting somewhere already, because I've noticed subtle nuances and subtle signs within myself and outside of myself, and it's always connected, you know, it's all one. But like I said, you know, something is being cranked up. That resistance, this no of the dark side, which has had its own way for so very, very long, using its minions. I urge you, by the way, to not go into this whole spot the organic portal hatred type of stuff, because that truly will not serve you. Let be, because, you know, the light always wins in the end. It really does. These people, I mean, would you get angry at a table? Would you get angry at, I don't know, at a brick or something, at an inanimate object? No, you wouldn't. These beings are not real. They're not real at all. They're just background characters. They're just part of this fake reality, and, you know, they're the ones that will vote and that will, you know, stand outside Buckingham Palace with their little flags and whatnot, but they're there. They're neither here nor there. The souled beings are the only ones that truly matter, you know, here. We are the ones that will bring about reset. You know, and keep digging. Allow whatever lies within your being, even if it's very uncomfortable, allow it to come up. Allow it to come up and up and up and up. And face it bravely. Face your demons, you know, such as they are. Face them and heal them that way. That is, you know, still what's going on now. And yeah, let me know what's happening within you, you know, in the comment section below, because I want to hear from you, you know. We're all in this together, one way or another, and communication is important, you know, lest we feel even more isolated. So yeah, I'm going to go now, but yeah, I'd like to hear from you all, and yeah, I sent you my love and courage, people. Courage, courage.